the door to destiny. Lock it up, throw away the key. The Patriots are dead, the Seahawks are king. There'll be no dynasty. Oh, why's it so sad?
Live from New York. Brew, I tried to show you how to do those. It's like that. It's the show. That, once again, Brew, we only planned for a celebration.
I know, our bad. And, you know, I tell you what, I should have known better than to think the Patriots were going to win this thing.
I don't even know that you did think it, Brew.
Yeah,
I think you were just trying to be
I was trying to support Wilds.
Speaking of teammates.
To no avail.
Oh, no. Oh, you hate to see that. A friend.
Okay, guys, I'm okay.
I don't know.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I've been better.
You're having real trouble.
Struggling just like the Pats.
The door.
Oh, wow.
What a
The
run.
neck brace,
What a run.
oxygen. Wow. It's in bad shape.
You can go now. I'll never forget you. You work so hard. You're so tired. It's okay.
Again,
Wilds, we planned for a W.
I feel like
you
we should have
told us
gotten-
it was going to be a rout.
I feel like
It's
we
not
should
our
have gotten
fault.
Seahawks colors. This is the second year in a row. Also got legitimately sad there. I'm such a good character actor. You're not the only actor on set. We're starting
That's what I'm
with
saying to you.
the poor Patriots. We got to the doorstep of destiny and we're pushed down the stairs and laughed at. Patriots punted every possession in the first half and then switched it up in the second half and started to punt and turn the ball over. And Brew, you picked the Patriots just like I did, perhaps just to be a good teammate.
I was trying to be a good teammate.
But you had a little belief. A little belief.
Not really. I was just trying to be a good teammate.
Okay. What went wrong at the doorstep of destiny?
Everything. Actually, no.
Still got it. I still got it.
It's still happening. It's still happening.
But the door is broken. Bro, look at the door.
Doesn't quite hit the same to be totally.
Well, Nick and I beat
gotta
that
go around
part
it
out
now.
of the
It
door.
doesn't open?
Yeah, you got to go around.
no,
It opens no more.
Had a good run. Sorry, Brew. What
Brew,
went
as
wrong
you
at the
were,
doorstep
without
of
interruption
destiny?
this time.
I'm afraid to go, but at the risk of being interrupted, I will say, look, last week we talked about it. They were supposed to have a coaching advantage.
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel, Coach of the Year,
Yes.
over Mike McDonald. And I said, yeah, it's not a huge advantage, but this is their best advantage because I didn't think they had one anywhere else, Nick. Not in any other phase of the game.
Quarterback, you didn't think? You thought?
No, I thought Drake is better overall, but he hadn't been playing better in the playoffs.
You know what? That proved to be correct.
Yeah, exactly. Darnold's been playing better. So, but when they were out coached yesterday, Josh McDaniels, Mike Vrabel, no question about it, circles were coached around them. And once you took that away, then it was like they have no advantages whatsoever. Not on the offensive line, defensive line. They got pushed around. They got bullied. Nick, you had been calling it. Will Campbell, I mean, he got completely outclassed. He gave up 14 pressures. Yeah. The most of any player in the NFL this entire season.
In any game, not just
In
a playoff
any game, period.
in any game.
2 sacks. I mean, so he'll be a center next year or a guard maybe
he'll
or something
probably
like
be a
that.
guard.
Yeah, so they need to move him. But that was obviously the problem. I thought also, Wilds, I thought that the offense was overly conservative.
Yes.
And like when Drake finally hit Mac Hollins on that touchdown pass in the fourth quarter, early in the fourth, I was kind of feeling like, okay, not that they could have been doing that all game, but where were these chances, taking these chances and airing it out? I get that Seattle's defense got a little softer at that point because they had a nice lead, but still, I felt like their game plan was, we don't want Drake to make any mistakes. They were afraid of him making some turnovers, and so they went conservative and said, we believe Darnold is going to make a mistake. I thought early on Darnold threw a couple of passes.
And we're close.
That looked like, I was thinking, an interception's coming in, and maybe a pick six, the way he was throwing
I think that's what Vrabel was.
Yeah, so I think he was waiting for something like that, and then it obviously never occurred. And so I think that's part of the issue, Nick.
Do you want to go, KW, or you want me to go?
No, I don't want to go for the next 2 days. I'm going to Daytona on Thursday.
So listen, both teams looked exactly like they looked all playoffs.
That's true.
That's what happened. And you can say, well, the Seahawks defense wasn't dominant in the second playoff game. Man, for some reason or another, Matt Stafford, Sean McVay, that Rams offense, that personnel, that quarterback cracked this code. Nobody else did. And the Patriots, all playoffs, were a struggling offense. Now, again, I'm not sure, because I got different weather for the first couple Patriots playoff games. Was there a blizzard yesterday that I missed?
I was
in Santa Clara? I'm not sure.
A Seattle blizzard.
It seemed gorgeous outside.
I know, but the TV
I'm not
can lie
certain.
a little bit.
Listen,
Foggy.
to your point, Brew, the offensive line was a disaster. And I know everybody, Next Gen Stats 6 hours before the game put out this fact. 8.5 of the 11.5 sacks Will Campbell allowed this year were to long-arm defensive linemen. And I know that was like going into the draft, it was like, a half inch in arm length is a big. Seattle's top 3 pass rushers all have really long arms. That's who gave Will Campbell trouble all year. He was on skates the whole game. Vrabel and listen, I put the coaching edge at the top of the tiers. I think Vrabel's great. But at some point it went from coaching edge to like a propaganda machine. I had to read 3 articles within 72 hours of the Super Bowl of like, guys, guess what Vrabel did? During practice, he had a halftime. And guess what? I don't know if you know this. Super Bowl halftimes, they're long. He had him do a long halftime. And even some reports, the players could hear outside of the locker room Bad Bunny playing. It's like, oh my God, this
You
guy,
probably love
this
that.
guy, yeah, right. And their skill position guys were outclassed and outmuscled by the Seahawks defenders.
Yeah.
And their defense that was very good all year, but not great.
Right.
I don't think it was a great defensive level of Seattle, Denver, or Houston's. Had a lot of, almost. Yeah. Almost got the pick on the first pass of the game. Almost got the pick right before half. Almost got to Darnold on sacks.
That's a lot of Darnold credit, too.
Correct. Right. Darnold was able to do things Drake wasn't. And their quarterback, who I know we're going to talk about shortly, was awful. Was awful. And there's no like, yeah, but here's where he wasn't. And here's what I would say to ask you, Brew, on the conservative nature. Felt to me that the moment, because he didn't, as bad as he was early, wasn't turning the ball over.
Right.
And then it was once they started to get some big plays, the turnovers came.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't get the big plays without risking the turnovers,
Right.
and that's how it got away from them.
And I don't know if you'll agree with this or not, Wilds, but I thought this looked a lot like the Houston game, except Darnold was not imploding like C.J. Stroud.
good.
Because that early in that game, Houston's defense was playing well against the Patriots, and it looked like, man, if C.J. can get anything going, just not turn the ball over, they could win that game. Darnold, that's what he did. He didn't turn it over. They had to settle for field goals. And I think, again, with the conservative nature of the Patriots, they're thinking, and I was thinking as a guy that picked the Patriots, 3 points, okay, 6-0, you're good. You get a touchdown, you're in control of the game. Now, when it got to 9 or 12, it felt like, okay, and the offense isn't doing anything. But, yeah, I think those were a lot of the problems.
Okay.
KW.
Just go for it. Let's just get the show on the road, everybody.
From doorstep of destiny
Oh.
to the doorstep of a
A
dumpster.
dumpster?
That's where the door's going. Where are we gonna keep
Yeah,
it?
I mean, we beat
my.
the heck.
Oh, they're back again. Oh, they're coming through the door. Bro.
Absolute. Love this. Yes! Wow,
Again, like you said last year, we had already paid for them. We'd already booked it. We
It's
can't
a
waste the
veritable
money.
party up in
We're
here.
in lean times.
Yeah, we can't waste the
Can't
stuff.
waste it.
I mean, my
Just
goodness.
like last year.
That would have been sick though if we won.
Yeah.
It would have been great.
Gosh,
Can
darn
you
it.
imagine how festive things would have been?
Moving on to the quarterback. If you told me that Drake Maye had thrown for 295 yards, two touchdowns, while adding almost 40 yards rushing, I would have thought I'd be covered in confetti and balloons. Which he did, and which I am, but be careful what you wish for. This guy was going to his senior prom a few years ago. Give him a break. This game changed the way you viewed 23-year-old Drake Maye.
Yeah, of course, a little bit. It's an all-time.
Positively?
It's an all-time bad playoff run for an MVP candidate. And by the way, we might all owe Sam Monson and those two Josh Allen voters a big thank you.
Oh, give me a break.
Because
That's
no,
too far.
because-
I was
He
waiting for
could've
this to
won.
go
No,
too
No,
far.
He could've won.
I'm saying
Right.
he was a deserving candidate, but had he just won, if he had won MVP 3 days prior over Stafford, when we saw how Stafford looked against this Seattle defense, it would have felt some
would've been
type of
even
way.
worse.
And so listen,
He's fortunate.
Does not mean he is not a great quarterback or will not be a great quarterback. It simply means this playoff run will go down in history as one of the worst playoff runs by an individual MVP candidate quarterback. Like I'll just go through them. Regular season, he's completing 72% of his passes. Playoffs, 58%. That passer rating drop of 31 points, touchdown reception ratio, passer rating drop of 31 points is the largest in 30 years. And yes, those guys, of course, to have a drop, it means you have to have a high number, but still, that is a massive drop, and the only quarterback on there that we look at as, perennial MVP candidate is Peyton Manning, who, by the way, was a guy who didn't play his best in the playoffs. The reason I am not going to fall into the shoulder stuff as much as others is what made Drake Maye early in the year so special was the deep balls, and that went away at Halloween. Drake Maye, the first 2 months of the year, was on a legendary deep ball heater. The last November, December, January, 3.5 months of the year, that's bad. 34% is bad. 5 touchdowns, 4 picks is actually okay. 78 passer ratings bad, which is why, don't show this one yet, but briefly this show had a flirtation with EPA. We liked it, but we didn't use it.
And you said it's nonsense. And you
I
said no one likes
You
it.
got mad at me for
And
that.
100%.
Can I tell you?
Mad at me.
100%.
Before I took you up on it, I said that's a silly stat. I don't need to pay attention to it.
That's fine. However, a big part of the Drake Maye MVP case was
not me.
EPA and all that.
All that stuff, the nerds.
Well,
I mean,
listen,
keep it real.
Here are the 6 worst EPA postseasons on record. It's
great.
Drake Maye this year by a lot. Peyton Manning, the corpse of Peyton, the old Peyton's last year in Denver. Rex Grossman, Flacco is, I think, rookie or second year. Goff when McVay was getting ready to get him out of town, and Kerry Collins. And by the way, minus 29.2 is a huge number compared to the others. So do I still think, Brew, he is going to be a perennial elite quarterback? I do. But now, do we, next time he enters the postseason, be it next year or the year after, whenever it is, we will still be awaiting his first excellent playoff game. Like, that's where we're at.
Well, here's some good news for you,
Sure,
Wild.
I'll take it.
One of the saving graces for Drake Maye, when you look at all these charts that you put together, Nick, is that Peyton Manning's on them. That really does help him.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because everybody else, Rex Grossman, all these other guys, so that helps him. Your numbers are your numbers, and they're right. I don't think, though, the public at large is looking at him like he had one of the worst postseasons ever. I don't think that's the general image. I feel like the general thought is he wasn't great, but hey, he's in his second year. He got him to the Super Bowl way ahead of schedule. Good job. All right. Now, it has changed the view of him a little for me in this regard. I still think he'll be a very good quarterback. I think his future is bright and all of that. I don't, however, like, to me, and we talked about this the last 2 weeks, he doesn't enter next season for me as a top 5 quarterback. I think it's the 4 we've always had, Patrick, Josh, Lamar, Burrow, and Stafford. He's definitely in that tier 2, but I can't put him like Nick's.
No, I mean,
I don't think he was as bad as Nick.
Joe Burrow and Lamar had a perfect postseason. No interceptions.
But at least they've had
one turnover.
But regular season does have to count. We don't just overlook regular season.
I agree. Well, but Drake Maye had a better regular season than everybody.
This year he did.
Then he ran into the top. No one has ever had a harder path in the playoffs. I know we kick around like, oh, this is a harder path, like defensively.
And he played like
but he didn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not willing to just discard. But no one has ever played this amount of defenses.
But here's the thing. When he had, and again, I'm not saying he doesn't have a bright future and all that. I'm just saying I was thinking next year he's top 5. Now I'm looking at him like I looked at Jaden and Caleb. Jaden had one great year. Caleb has had a very good year this year. Drake has done it one season.
You should support
let's see. Let's see what he does.
Here's the problem.
I think he'll be great, but let's see it.
It's a little bit.
Are you ready to secure him as being elite?
If you show me
I can't secure him in the elite category right now.
Finals loss LeBron had, where in the 3 rounds leading up to it, he was bad and carried by his teammates.
Different
and then
sports,
bad in the
but
finals.
you know what I'm saying.
I agree with you on that. But here, KW, this is not the day to let KW off the hook. So that's Brew. I'm going to tell you where the only misstep you made there. KW, in your own personal quarterback rankings, forget Burrow and Lamar. What about Drake versus Darnold?
No, look, Drake. If you're not saying Drake Maye if he would have won the Super Bowl, he would have an argument for the best and/or top 5. And if he would have played great, I'd be like, he has an argument.
He plays great, yeah.
And he played
different thing.
He didn't play well. He got sacked 21 times. It's the most in playoff history.
Yeah.
So he played a bunch of
the most.
It wasn't great.
Those sacks.
I can't really make an argument. He also can't feel his shoulder. I feel like
I don't even want to hear about that. I mean, he's not the first player to get shot up and play a game.
And
it's just, I will give you one place it may have affected it, maybe.
Throwing the ball.
Running the ball. He did not run as much as I thought he should have. And when he did run, he wasn't running with his typical.
I promised I'd be a good sport.
Well, I lasted last year until the final 5 minutes of the show. We got more than 5 minutes left in the A block, so you might need to rally, which luckily. Listen, we had that Drake Maye song.
How many of these do we have?
Well, and that Drake Maye song was because Brew, remember his nickname was Drake Maye.
Yeah.
Did we?
I just have a suggestion for a new nickname. Drake, maybe he wasn't actually as good as Stafford and was a product of scheduling carried by his defense all postseason. We all need to slow down his coordination a bit. Maye. Doesn't roll. Now, I will say this, and I thought you were going to go here in your defense of him. Will Campbell was out there dancing, Brew, the whole game. He was on his back foot. He was on the ground. KW?
Gosh darn it. I have a confession to make. Now that we're just being totally transparent, airing it out. Mm-hmm. Speaking of dancing, 1, I made this Super Bowl champions hat about the door of destiny. Okay? 2, remember when we had that breakdancer?
That was you.
It wasn't me. It was one of the breakdancers that we usually use for the Dolphins, but he dressed up as me.
Come in!
Oh, wow.
It wasn't really me.
It wasn't
I thought
Will
it
Campbell?
was you.
No.
He looks like Will Campbell.
That was a new move.
Oh, he's nice.
Remember this?
Wow, you betrayed the audience.
I thought that was you, Wow.
My mom thought it was me.
Wow. My man getting down and in a suit, too.
Yeah, that wasn't me. And
I like it.
But he's fantastic.
yeah, you're doing a great job.
Excellent stuff.
Maybe he can
Oh,
help
yeah.
a couple of your offensive linemen
Now,
with
is he
their
a
footwork.
Seahawk right now?
No,
it's an idea.
he's dressed
You guys
as
are
wild
break
still.
dancing.
Great job, buddy.
Excellent work.
Thank you.
Thank
you guys are the breakdancers.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
Will
all the
Campbell's
work
a
you put into it. We got a suit and everything.
KW, you know the shirt you up?
No, gosh darn it.
We already bought them. We got to use them.
Gotta use them.
Let's check in
It
on,
has to rain confetti on you.
let's
that's
check
what you
in
said
on some
was gonna
fair
happen.
takes on the Patriots season from our friends at the New York Post. Imposter syndrome. Patriots fraud whispers come back to haunt them with Super Bowl reality check. And for our friends on the podcast, it's Drake just being terrorized and looking told
It's like the picture of Mahomes, except he's not getting hit in the face.
it's just
like
a
Mahomes.
disaster. Did this lopsided disaster prove the Patriots skeptic right, bro?
No, I don't think so. They did face three great defenses, three
Yeah.
top 10 defenses. Who in the AFC, honestly, this year was better? Buffalo can't stick out his chest.
Denver might
they
have a
split
claim.
with Buffalo. Denver might have a claim, but and I do think with Bo Nix, maybe they beat the Patriots.
offensive line,
They
honestly.
probably with Bo Nix put up a better fight yesterday.
Probably.
But
Hate to say it.
still, their offense struggled throughout the season too.
Yeah.
And Buffalo can't jump bad because they split with you. You beat them in their place. So nobody, the Chargers were, you beat them.
Yeah.
Nobody in the AFC North. So the AFC was just down in general this year. What it does expose, though, is that you played good defenses. You didn't play any good offenses in the playoffs. And not very many in the regular season either. Like I said, had C.J. Stroud just been solid, maybe Houston wins that game. Obviously, you face Jarrett Stidham. We don't even have to talk about that. And Justin Herbert has yet to play a good playoff game. So the first time, your defense was good.
I know.
Your defense was very good.
Yeah.
The first time you faced a quarterback who did not beat himself or was a legitimate starter, you lost going away.
Yeah.
So that's what it exposed, that you didn't play any good offenses, but your defense was solid even yesterday.
Defense was, listen, of course the skeptics were at least somewhat correct, because there is every year someone has to play the easiest schedule. That doesn't necessarily mean that is historically easy. Every team could play a near identical schedule and someone will have played the easiest. But when you've played the easiest schedule this century, that raises some eyebrows. When your splits offensively, which is where going into the playoffs we thought the Patriots' strength was, their offense, their MVP candidate quarterback. When these are your splits offensively, winning teams versus non-winning teams, I think we can show it to you. That's where it's like, oh. Against teams below 500, you scored 30 a game and your quarterback had a 118 rating.
This is regular season?
This is the whole year.
A whole year.
And against teams above 500, you scored 19 a game and your quarterback had an 86 rating. That's where I think some of the skepticism bears out, where those of us that said, shout out to the committee for naming the NFC Championship teams tier the real Super Bowl, that the two best teams in the league this year were Seattle and the Rams. And they did play 3 times, 3 close nip-and-tuck games, and nobody that came out of the AFC was going to give Seattle that much of a run, KW.
I don't have any pushback on that.
Really?
You know what?
We got crushed, man.
You
We got absolutely crushed. The only thing I was trying to, gosh darn it, We got crushed. When we talked about on Friday, we're like, what's the worst case scenario? What's the worst case scenario? And it's like a Patriots blowout that they don't look like they belong on the field.
Yeah.
Where I start getting nervous at halftime, I start getting nervous. I got nervous our second possession. Our second possession, I'm like, oh, we're going to lose this game. So I had this stupid easiest schedule graphic. Who cares?
Well, can I show you a
I don't
different
care.
graphic?
No, I'll put my graphic up.
All right,
Dusty.
do Wild's
We made the
graphic.
Super
guys
Bowl.
were the
The
king of the
99,
tomato cans.
the 99 Rams had an easy schedule and they won
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, you had that.
7. If we had, I guess this is my take. If we had won, it would have been erased. No one talks about the 72 Dolphins. Like, they had an easy schedule,
Well,
right?
they also went undefeated. They're the only undefeated team.
But no one talks about the
Yes,
easiest schedule.
you're right.
99 Rams, no one says
Yeah,
easiest
of
schedule.
course, that's what we
91
said.
Bills, no one says easiest.
KW,
But
that-
like you lose the Super Bowl, like, you know what that is? Easy schedule.
Yeah, of
so
course.
one game cost us the whole narrative of the season.
Now-
maybe it'll burn off, but right now it stings.
On the bright side,
You're the king of the
Drake
tomato
Maye, though, did, to Brew's point, if we show his numbers, he did rally late. And, this is, not the first half, Dust. That's not what I wanted to show. Drake Maye by drive, sorry. But Drake Maye,
Fourth quarter, he's
in the
crushing.
fourth quarter,
Mahomesian
right,
out
so
there.
we can take it off. Don't worry about the graphic. There it is. Drake Maye, final 6 drives. Yes, 3 turnovers, but 266 yards. It's unbelievable. And it's
Four
while
balls
they
were
were
off.
stirring the Gatorade.
No, not all of the yards were while they
Ain't no fun when the rabbits got the Gatorade, KW.
That's not what happened.
I'm just telling you.
That's not what
I'm
happened.
just telling you.
Oh no, I love
was
these
an F
guys.
game, Wild.
Gosh darn
It
it.
was an F game.
I hope I get to sing F game.
You do.
It up, throw away the key. The Patriots are dead. The Seahawks are king. There'll be no dynasty. Oh, why is it so sad? He's on one knee, crying, crying, crying of what was to be. But one thing's for sure, only one thing. Tom Brady silver goat.
That's actually wow. Always beautiful. If not painful. I didn't even get to say game. The roast continues after that was a rough half hour.
We got to get rid
I
of
don't
it.
think
We
we're
gotta
done
get rid
yet,
of all this
KW.
stuff.
Oh no. We
got a lot of these left. They got to walk through the door. It's the last time the door's going to be used.
Oh goodness.
Let's celebrate! We got a new Super Bowl champ!
I did not enjoy that. I thought it was going to be more fun than it was. I hated that. Seahawks are the champions. Darnold threw for 202 and took care of the ball. Kenneth Walker had 161, took home the MVP.
Great game.
Seattle's defense dominant. Super Bowl history. I mean, look at this graphic. Under 14 points allowed and 6 or more sacks. The 15 Broncos, the 89 49ers, right there with the 85 Bears. So Greg Jennings joins us now. Greg, I just got roasted for a half an hour, so we're going to switch it up a little bit. Yeah. What was your number one takeaway from the Seahawks win?
It was the lack of in-game adjustment by Josh McDaniels.
Oof.
By Josh McDaniel. I obviously, everyone understands who the Seattle Seahawks are. They can pressure with 4. Mm-hmm. They don't bring a tremendous amount of additional pressures. They obviously did. You saw that. You know that your offense, specifically the left side of your offensive line, they're young, rookies. They struggle. They're going to struggle probably against this defensive front.
Right.
you would have thought, okay, we're going to have some type of adjustment just in case. Well, as the game starts to progress, we see they're starting to bring blitzes off of the slot receiver. Now, as a receiver, and Stephon Diggs did this a couple times just off of instinct, natural reaction is I peek hot. If somebody blitzes off my face, I'm going to give my quarterback an immediate outlet right now. We never saw any of that. So all of this idea of did the offensive line play poorly? Yes. Specifically the left side, the young guys, absolutely. Did Drake Maye play poorly? Yes. Josh McDaniels could have helped by saying, Drake, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make an adjustment. If they start to bring blitzes off the slot receiver, we're just going to hit them because the safety can't get there to help. Yeah. We're going to force them to adjust to us. And they were getting out of the huddle, that first possession, they were getting out of the huddle with 21 seconds on the play clock. That very first possession, I'm like, okay, they're giving Drake Maye enough time to assess what's going on, process things, make any adjustments that's needed, if needed. He gets sacked. He scrambles. It's 3rd and 9. They get out of the huddle late. They bring the first blitz with Witherspoon. And it's like you didn't even give him a chance to try to see it, make an adjustment, but it happened for the duration of the game. Yeah. There was no adjustment. And it blows my mind when coordinators or coaches say, we're going to get it at halftime. We're going to get it. No, you get to the sideline, and the first thing we grab is these iPads, and we look at it, and we say, okay, if we see this, this is what we're going to do. Make the adjustment now. We're professionals. You have to, this game is too important to wait. Like, you obviously got caught off guard. Counterpunch with something they never did, and I blame Josh McDaniels for that. Now, not solely and exclusively, but he deserves a lion's share of the blame for what we saw or the lack of what we saw offensively.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. We thought he would have the answers, right? This is his 10th Super Bowl. We thought he'd have the answers for Drake Maye. He didn't, and Bill Barnwell made a great point in his article today about how they blitzed with Witherspoon, which they had not done a lot of
Nick
this season.
Right.
And to your point, he blitzed 7 times. Once he got a sack, and then once he got that, whatever you want to call it, where it was the interception turned into a pick six.
Would have been another.
Yeah, so they never adjusted to that. So Drake did not play well. Receivers weren't really open, but there were times he just missed guys.
Yes.
Where guys were open, he overthrew them or underthrew them, then missed guys. And he held the ball long too. Mm-hmm. But Josh did not help him out at all, did not provide him with any answers, which leads me to my biggest takeaway was just Seattle's defense. Because as I said earlier, Patriots defense was played well enough to win a Super Bowl. They only gave up 22 points. We know 5 field goals, only 1 touchdown, and that was on a short field after Drake had a turnover. But Seattle's defense was just so dominant, and being able to get pressure with 4 obviously means they could cover the receivers. And so now I don't put it statistically, and maybe it's one of the all-time great defenses. I don't put it like at the top, like the Ravens in 2000 or something. I don't put it in a group like that. But this defense was the story of the game. Of course. Patriots was good too. And the difference is the Patriots quarterback made mistakes, 3 turnovers, and couldn't generate any offense, somewhat because of McDaniels. And Seattle at least generated some degree of offense or enough to win the game.
Yeah, so I think maybe I'll make you feel a little better. Maybe not. You might get angrier. I'm not sure. But I'm not going to blame Josh McDaniels as much as you guys because nobody could deal with that Seattle defense except for one coach-quarterback combo. Correct. And I know we spent a lot of last week discussing why can't Drake Maye do what Matt Stafford does, and the answer is because he can't yet. Yeah. Because he's not 37. He hasn't been in the league 15 years. He, as good as McDaniels is, he doesn't have Sean McVay. Puka and Devontae are not Diggs and Booty, and you just can't. Right. And the biggest reason I think we are not including Seattle amongst those all-time defenses is because the Rams beat them up a couple times. But when you look at, Baker, the one game, but Baker, everyone other than Stafford is 15 a game. is 17 touchdowns, 21 picks. It's a 74 rating. And this is also where, like, it is no young quarterback succeed against Mike McDonald. They are now 1-10. They score less than 16 points a game. They have a 2 to 3 touchdown to turnover ratio. They have passer rating below 70. And any quarterback of any age, KW, the first time they see Mike McDonald's defense, gets beat up.
Yeah.
And that dates back to his time. So
Well, even this year,
Josh
Stafford
McDaniels
wasn't
is
good this year, the first time.
Well, and the first time he played him would have been last year. It's the first time you ever go against him, not
Gotcha. I'm
season
saying
in your
even
career.
even this year with him and Warrior.
Correct. And so it's just, I agree with you guys. I think Seattle outcoached the Patriots, but I think it was this Seahawks team, despite not having these great defenses of the past, have either a middle linebacker or an edge rusher or maybe just an all-time corner some singular force.
Sure.
Seattle, it feels like, has, of their 11 defensive starters, 8 guys who are B+ or better.
Yeah.
And Weatherspoon can be a superstar, maybe is, and Iman Wari might one day
There's
be.
Hall of Fame busts on those other
Correct.
earlier
and this is just a bunch of awesome players, plus this scheme that won the defensive Triple Crown in Baltimore and then came over here and transformed it. The Patriots, KW, took away JSN, and it didn't matter.
And he got
dinged, and it didn't matter.
Up.
Does that make you feel better?
A little bit. Sam Darnold had a passer rating under 75, but kept the ball safe. Played a clean game under pressure to deliver Seattle's second Super Bowl championship. Sure answer, man.
Yeah.
What do you make of Darnold's Super Bowl?
Well, look, micro for the game and even just the playoffs, he did the one thing he needed to do to win. He played clean. Like I said, maybe had C.J. Stroud played clean, maybe that's a different outcome. Herbert, whatever the case. But he played a clean game, which is saying a lot for Sam Darnold, because even in college at USC, he was somewhat reckless. He was like a gunslinger.
Yes.
His last year there, he had 13 interceptions in 14 games. So he's been that guy that, I'm going to make some turnovers, but I'm also going to make some big plays. And we saw that this season as well. Then he gets to the playoffs and no turnovers in the whole playoffs. So for him to make that adjustment, I give him a lot of credit. He obviously wasn't fantastic yesterday, but he did what he needed to do to win the game. So I give him credit on that and being clean. As far as going a little macro, I don't put him in the elite category right now. Maybe he'll get there one day. He's certainly got a chance. He's had 2 really strong seasons. Now he's got the Super Bowl. And if he continues to play well, even if he doesn't win another Super Bowl, if he continues to throw for 4,000 plus yards every year, right?
It doesn't matter.
He can, who knows how high he can go. He could certainly become elite. I've seen some people say he is now like the face of the QB resurrection. I don't want to get too historical. I would still go Jim Plunkett, who was a number 1 pick. Number 1 draft pick, Heisman Trophy winner, so that's more than Darnold did in college, and was a straight bust for 8 years, and then won 2 Super Bowls with the Raiders. Now, Plunkett was never great individually like Darnold has been these last 2 years, so Darnold could surpass him, but right now I would still say Plunkett, at least historically, certainly in the modern era,
But he passes
you would go
Baker as far as the contemporary.
Yes.
And
he may, I think he's in that tier 2 with a group of guys, but he backed up Baker. Maybe some people, you put him ahead of Baker now. He backed up Purdy. You can argue he's ahead of Purdy now.
Yes, definitely.
He's just as a better quarterback.
Yes.
So he can build on this and really make a special thing out of his career.
Yeah, to add to what you said, I thought, he played just a mature brand of football. Obviously, another way of saying he was clean, he didn't turn the ball over. But even when you watch the way he played, jokingly when we were watching the lead-in, you were saying, he almost threw a pick on the first throw.
First play.
And a couple of them.
Yeah.
I saw a guy who was still playing aggressive, who played with a level of confidence, believing I can make that throw, and he made it.
That could have been.
It could have
first throw.
And that's what I think the
the
Patriots
whole
are thinking.
game.
Absolutely. It could have gone the other way.
Yep.
But the fact that it didn't, it's like, you know what? That's a great throw. Man, that was a tight window throw. He made a few of those that could have possibly ended up into a turn.
I thought he was going to give
in
us
a
one.
turnover.
Yeah.
And he never did.
And just the fact that he goes out in that game and makes those attempts of throws let me know he had matured beyond this idea of what we all had come to know him as the guy who shrinks in the big moments.
Yeah.
So that,
Oh, yeah.
and Brew, just to add to your point, his turnover-free streak started week 18.
Right.
Which was for the 1 seed.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
the first time in his career he's gone 4 straight games, no turnovers. And it's for the 1 seed and then 3 playoff games. Like that's, for a guy who led the league in turnovers we talked about, that's remarkable. He had, to me, his Super Bowl MVP moment in the real Super Bowl, the conference championship game. He played great in the toughest game they had against, in my opinion, the best opponent. He went bar for bar with Stafford. This game, he was okay. He had JSN cooked Christian Gonzalez on one play the whole game, the throw right before the half.
Yes.
And he missed the throw, and Gonzalez almost took it.
Yep.
And this is one of the things I love about small sample size professional football. I think the Seahawks were the far better team. I think Seahawks outclassed New England in that game. I also think that if that throw we just showed you, his first throw of the game, is 3 inches short and it gets picked, we might be sitting here talking about the Patriots winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Because
it might have been a pick.
Correct.
A pick
and
six.
it was so everything, it felt to me like the Patriots' game plan was he's going to give us one.
Yep.
And so everything would have felt differently. And that's how close it is. Like between, okay, that's a nice 15-yard gain, and now we're talking about him versus Jim Plunkett versus whatever else.
Patriots blitz rate in the first quarter, 70%.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.